YouTube, it's Brick Mum here. So today you're getting some thoughts and ideas on what I can be doing with the rest of my city set, the Ocean Submarine set 60264, because we used most of it or part of it for the coral rock face that is in the city at the moment. So I've partly built some of the sub as well, so we've got partly built there, the roof's partly built, done the floors, the engines, even the lights. They're all in separate pieces because my idea to use them is in a factory warehouse where they're actually constructing another sub. Also got the people swapped around where they can be then working into. So all I've done for this is swap the heads and hair pieces with the bodies, so they can be working on a wharf or just somewhere around the city. They're fairly average clothes, so they could almost fit anywhere. The gloves would be in a working environment, but that's for those people. I've also got a couple of jars here like this, so they're my two other people. I thought they could be working on a wharf. That didn't look very good for his jar. So these two people, got them so they can be working. Maybe they're loading a ship or something, so they're in the wet weather gear. Do need to get them hats or head pieces or something, so finish them off. But they're in one container. I've got another container as well, and this is an idea of a shop. So I've got the helmets, the metal detector, camera. I've even got the torch for another idea down the track. And as I just collect them, put them in pieces together. Now these people can just go random because they're not in set areas. This will definitely be a factory section. Over here I've also got spare pieces. Now they're just some of my spare pieces I got out of building this set. And then I've pulled aside the dome piece and the clips because I do plan on putting the second dome on my original sub. So I'm going to try and change this clip to this formation to actually put two domes on the sub, just finish it off. So that's my plan today. What I also have is, I don't know if you can see this, a notebook with an ideas. As I jot down some, okay, I want to do an underwater scene, a warehouse with building subs type thing. And then I flip the pages and I use these writing, and then the sets that I've got that can go into those scenes, and they're my builds that I've been building so far. So my next plan is 60265, which is the underwater base. I've got another Atlantis set. I've also got the city boat, 60266. So they're just my future plans of builds. I am trying to break it up between new releases and some of my old sets that I've been collecting over the years as well. And I will need to at some point go, okay, I need to fill in gaps because I've got spaces that need either some more scenery or just random MIDI figures just to bulk the city out. And so having my own builds will help fill out the city or my scenes as well. So So they are my plans. If you've got other ideas for me, I would love to hear them, and hopefully I can incorporate them into my city, because I'm just one person. I've got my plans myself, but doesn't mean I can't change. Doesn't mean that I am right. I can have lots of ideas, but so can other people. And having a mixture of ideas gives a nice contrast into the city. So what I'm doing is taking the clip pieces off. I've got a 2x3 red plate. I'm just clicking it on. So all it's done is just put that plate in, so that I can then try. I don't know if this is going to work, or I've got to bulk it out a bit. No, that just doesn't sit right there. I'll put that underneath. I think part of the problem is here as well, which I do want that style. It's just trying to incorporate it. Okay, so this is where I play a bit to see what I can do. Oh, my girl's just fallen out the sub. I almost want to bring it back into that piece there, and it might then lock in. That means a bit more dismantling. I don't want to dismantle too much, but more dismantling. I've just put in is now on the sides. Let's just take it off now. That's closing better. It's closing better. The only other idea is to then, no, that won't work. See what the roof looks like. I do have gaps. So it's not as neatly sealed. But I've got something there. I might even, maybe instead of angling it, have a square there. Thoughts. Well, not fully happy with it, but I think it is a better look than having it totally open. So, I can always put my girl back in. Also need to change, because I don't think this will work with the, let's just change that. So maybe instead of a 3-piece, I'll have a 2x2 red piece just to finish the flooring. Which I've got to hunt for, so hang on. So I found a 2x2. And you're experiencing this build with me. So like I said, I had no idea how it would turn out. I just thought I'd have something different just to fill in this hole. Put that Let's try it. Oh, shut up now. Yes, I've still got the gap, but I like that better than what I had before. I could put this white piece here. This one, hang on. And let's put the girl back in so she can go into the soap. Helps if she's scarf. Tie it up. Change that piece there. Might even change that to, instead of the flat piece, to an actual brick. But at the moment that's alright. So squash that in nice and secure. But it does mean I've got to change the pontoon slightly. Okay, I haven't lined up the holes. I think I've put it in the wrong spot. Let's take this off So you can hear all my frustration and that's what happens sometimes as you're building. You think you've got something worked out, but sometimes it just needs a little bit of tweaking for the effect to be achieved. This is just not working, is it? Okay. What am I doing? Oh. Got the wrong one. Okay, this one. It will never work if I don't have the correct piece going on. Just not like this, right? That's not going to work either. Alright. Let's put that back. Now, where else I can put my piece? You're going to fit there. No, but because the plan is that goes there. Well, hang on. So for the pontoons to work, this has to sit there. It has to sit like that. For these to then sit on. The adjustments are just not getting the right ratios for them to sit in. It's just not quite lining up. So that's in. So I've got to play with it. Hang on. Let's see if this works. As low as it did. bit low for my liking, I think. Okay. Different thoughts. And that's the thing, just different plays, different thoughts, until you find something that works. So I'll keep playing, figuring it out how I've done it, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've got it to how I sort of like it. So I've filled in some of there are some gaps still. I think I'm going to have to think about how to, so that way it looks alright. It's here. Think of how to fill that in, but I think that's better than having that gaping hole I did have. So what I've done is putting 2x3 red with the bracket for the dome, and then a 2x4 light grey piece to lock it all in place, and I'll use that as my bracket to then place it into the city. Tell me what you think, if you like it, if you've got suggestions to make it different or so it sits even better. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So I've got a few spare pieces now that can go into my my supply that when I'm building my next idea, like the windows, might use them for a train or part of the factory, again the dome or the arch as a walkway, or yeah, so I've got bits and pieces that can be then incorporated back into the city, because sometimes having those spare parts makes it easier for adapting a model. So yeah, the pieces, the extra pieces that I've put in have come from my stash. This girl does not like to stay in her position, especially with me rocking her around. So I'll put the sub back in the city. I hope you liked this film, just on my thoughts and my ideas and some of my plans down the future, and a little change around. I'll be back to building a set, and it will be, my plan is set 60265. So it is from this series. It's the underwater base. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. So this is Brick Mum. Thanks again.